Hey there guys, welcome to Arsenal Fan TV. This is the review of Hull City versus Arsenal. Bringing this video to you a little bit later as I was in sunny Hull yesterday to watch the game, and we've come away with a 4-0 win to our name. Can't really argue that's a fantastic result. It wasn't the most convincing of performances, especially in that first half. We were very slow, there was a lack of movement on the ball, and all round it was a very frustrating first opening 40 minutes for Arsenal, but I did take a gift from David Myler, which did spark us into life, and I thought from that point onwards, we did play some very good football. A lot of individual performances that I think we can take away from this game. Joel Campbell, once again, magnificent. And Mohamed Elneny was everywhere yesterday, running the midfield. I thought he was superb as well. Mathieu Flamini, I don't think he was awful. I'm struggling to actually criticise him in this video. I thought he did very well at right back. And I think we've got to give a lot of plaudits to the defence, because at the end of the game, we ended it with Mathieu Flamini at right back, Callum Chambers and Nacho Monreal at centre half, and then Kieran Gibbs out on that left-hand side. Kieran Gibbs put in another really good performance as well today, and really did have a speculative effort in that first half, which could have made it 2-0 to us at that point in the game. But it really was an exciting back four in many senses, but it's great to see them keep a clean sheet, especially against a Hull City team that has been thriving on confidence in the past couple of months under Steve Bruce. I've got a lot of time for Hull City, a lot of time for Steve Bruce as well. They are well on track to get back into the top flight of English football, and they are having a very good season. It was always going to be a difficult game going to the KC Stadium, especially with that back line that we ended the game with. But Nacho Monreal, I think I've got to give him a lot of credit as well, because when he came off the bench for Per Mertesacker, he was amazing when he came on, played in that centre half role, won almost everything in the air for a short bloke that's not used to playing at centre half. I thought he did really well. Callum Chambers, for me, is by no means a right back. He did a lot more better work when he moved into the centre of defence. He looked a lot more assertive there. I think that's where he's got to be playing from here on in. David Ospina in goal, he was very good. We also saw Alex Iwobi get another start in an Arsenal shirt, and he was magnificent for the time that he was on the pitch. He looked absolutely assertive in that central attacking midfielder. I was always driving, looking to get at the whole City defence. He's dominant and he wants the ball to his feet all the time. He always wants the ball. He always wants to make something happen. He does look like he wants to get himself on the score sheet, and he is a player that's definitely knocking on the door of getting in the starting 11 on a more regular basis. But we start up top with Olivier Giroud. Big game from him. He did have a rather convincing performance up top, scored 2 really good goals. The first one, like I say, was a gift from David Myler in about the 40th minute to open the score and make it 1-0 to the Arsenal. A much needed goal from Olivier Giroud, and you can hope that, I think he's on about 20 goals now. You can only hope that he gets a couple more between now and the end of the season, and he can be a big part of this final stage of the campaign. But going out into that second half, it was a lot better from Arsenal. We looked a lot more confident on the ball. We were enjoying more spells of possession. The only real talking point of the first half, aside from the goal, was that Per Mertesacker went off injured with a concussion. You've got to hope he's not out for too long. Like I say, Nacho Monreal deputised at centre half and did his job there superbly well as well. And he really did merit the clean sheet, Nacho Monreal. He was immense for the time that he was on the pitch. But we also saw Aaron Ramsey come into the field of play after Gabriel Paulista went off with an injury. I'm not too sure what happened there, but Aaron Ramsey himself went and got himself a thigh injury, which has been a recurring problem for him throughout his Arsenal career. You can only hope that he's not out for too long. And then we saw Jeff Rain Adelaide get a couple of minutes for about 30 minutes of the game. It was great to see him come on from off the bench. And it is a shame to see about Aaron Ramsey, because albeit they're players that have come under scrutiny in recent weeks, you can't help but feel that after he got that goal in the North London derby, he may have sparked a little bit of form back into himself. So it is a bit of a frustration with Aaron Ramsey, but you can only hope that someone like Elneny, who's going to deputise in midfield now, you would assume, is able to do a fantastic job there. And he's living up to expectations at the moment, so it's great to see that from Mohamed Elneny. In fact, I'd argue he's exceeding expectations of a player that only cost us $5.5 million. But we got our second goal for Olivier Giroud. Theo Walcott playing the ball into him, took a deflected cross off, I think it was Maguire, but I'm pretty unsure on that one. Giroud took it really well. He wasn't able to see the ball that early. Took it with his right foot. Fantastic finish past the goalkeeper. 2-0 to the Arsenal, and then not too long after that, when Hull City seemed to tire and give up in the game at that point, we got a goal through Theo Walcott. It was an Ozil's pass from Joel Campbell to play in Theo Walcott, and Walcott's first touch shouldn't go under the radar, because it's something that we have criticised him a lot for in the past, but he took it really well, played it past the goalkeeper. Fantastic goal for Theo Walcott, and it should give his confidence the world of good, especially after he got another goal not too long after, which took a deflection off, I think it was Alex Bruce, to make it 4-0 to the Arsenal. Can't argue that. 4 goals away from home at the KC Stadium, a clean sheet with one of the most peculiar defences that I've ever seen end a game in Arsenal colours. Yeah, I suppose I should mention the banner, as it was something that came under a lot of controversy last night, and it is something that is worth talking about, but after a 4-0 win away from home, I don't think it's something that should draw the attention away from the performance on the night. But I'll leave it on that. Please do get your thoughts on the game in the comments box below, as well as the banner if you do want to. Like this video if you have enjoyed it, subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, and as always, I will speak to you very, very soon.